Test. What's going on, everyone? Let me know if you can hear the music and the sound of my voice.
I want the money in the cars in the clothes, the hoes, I suppose. I just wanna be successful. I just wanna be.
Let me know my audio is good, y'all, and we'll get started here in a little bit.
I just wanna be successful. Drizzy. Oh yeah, Trey, I fucking feel ya. They be staring at the money like it's unfamiliar. I get it, I live it, to me there's nothing realer. Just enough for solve your problems, too much to kill ya. And when I leave, I always come right back here.
Tonight I'm drinking some gin, of course, some grapefruit juice, and a little bit of lemon juice as well.
Nickels for my thoughts, dimes in my bed. Quarters of the kush, shake the
hit that thumbs up, y'all. When y'all drop in, go ahead, hit that thumbs up.
Serious, you hate me, cause I'm the one to paint a vivid picture, no HD. Yeah, I want it all, that's why I strive for it. Diss me, you'll never hear a reply for it. Any award show or party, I get fly for it. I know that it's coming, I just hope that I'm alive for it. I want the money in the cars in the clothes, the hoes, I suppose. I just wanna be successful.
Hey, let me know y'all can hear the audio real quick, alright? We're gonna get started here in a second. Very important episode, and I want this to be an open discussion as well, okay? So let's get the chat popping.
Yeah, I want things to go my way, but as of late, a lot of shit been going sideways. And my mother tried to run away from home, but I left something in the car, and so I caught her in the driveway. And she cried to me, so I cried too. And my stomach was soaking wet, she only 5'2". And 48 hours all before I showed up and brought $1,000 worth of drinks and got pulled up. Damn, my reality just set in. And even when the phantoms least, them hoes wanna get in. I do a lot of things hoping I never had to fit in. So trying to keep up with my progress is like a dead end. My girl love me, but fuck it, my heart beats slow. And right now the tour bus is looking like a freak show. And life changed for us every single week, so it's good. But I know this ain't the peak though, cause I want the money in the cars in the clothes, the hoes, I suppose.
Thank you, Ish.
I just wanna be successful.
We're gonna let this play out real quick, get the vibe set, and then we're gonna get the show started, alright? So, like I said, when y'all drop in, go ahead, hit that thumbs up. We appreciate that.
I just wanna be successful.
So tonight we're going to, we're going to kind of keep this concise tonight, but like I said, I want this to be an open discussion. I'm going to be telling y'all about how I recently sold my car, and also we're going to be talking about sudden wealth. Okay, this sudden wealth section of tonight is going to be super important. I'm bringing some really hard-hitting information to you all, so stay around. Stay around, y'all, okay? Serious talks, okay? We're about to get started here in a little bit, okay? Again, we're gonna let YouTube algorithm do its thing real quick, and then we'll get started, okay? What's up, Cohen?
Yeah, just call me shopping bag Drizzy.
I just want to be successful, Creole. That's it. Not much. Like I don't need much. What's going on, Mally? Mally Mal.
I've always treated my city like some shoulder pads. The big homie use a flash if you must, and I swear I ain't asking for much. All I want.
Like I said, we're gonna set the vibe real quick. And we're about to get started.
I just wanna be, I just wanna be successful. That's all I want, man. I just wanna be successful. I just wanna be successful.
What's going on, OS Crates? Fiat money going into exponential age. Going to have a jump. going to have to jump jobs every year to chase wage growth to keep up with inflation. Hey, let's talk about that. Creole, what's everybody sipping on? I just said I'm sipping on gin right now. A little bit of grape juice and lemon juice. Oh, it's crazy. That or work remote from some low-key country and earn in crypto. Yeah. Yeah. Let me tell y'all. Never ever be afraid to jump jobs, jump ship. Me jumping ship and moving jobs I've been able to increase my income significantly in a short amount of period of time, knowing what my worth is and being willing to say bye to a previous role or previous job and go to something better. Like, that is a cheat code. Leave. Okay? If you're not getting paid what you need to get paid, if you're not appreciated, whatever the case may be, leave that job, find another job, right? And yeah, oh, it's crazy. I feel that. Get a remote job, you know what I'm saying? Work in Thailand, work in, XYZ country where the, cost of living is less and you're earning more. I mean, you can't beat that. That's all stuff that I'm thinking about as well. So let's talk about it more in this episode, because again, we're going to kind of step back a little bit from the crypto talk and like really have some real life talk tonight, okay? Some wealth talk tonight, okay? And with that, I see we have some more people dropping in, so hit that thumbs up, y'all, when y'all drop in. We really appreciate that. We're gonna go ahead and get started since we got some more people dropping in. All right, like I said, tonight we're talking about, I'm gonna tell y'all how I recently sold my car, why I did so, and also we're going to talk about some very important topics on sudden wealth syndrome. Okay, very important stuff. Okay. So first off, let's shout out some new subscribers. If you're new to the channel and you're watching this right now, just so y'all know, every Friday I try to go live. About 9 out of 10 Fridays I'll go live and we'll cover random topics. This is my time to be random. Creole goes live on Sundays with the Bitcoin Weekly Close. So we try to go live at least twice a week. So welcome to the Friday Night Lounge. It's just good vibes, music, we're chilling, having conversation, okay? Let me switch up the playlist real quick. Yeah, y'all, so don't be afraid to drop in this chat. Whatever you got on your mind tonight, go ahead and drop in this chat. So let's shout out some new subscribers, y'all. Okay, Rash Breed, Train Farb, Ray Love, Al Gomez, Agunjobi, Samson, Khalid L, I believe, no wait, Lay, Nguyen Tran, Rohan Jal, Funny Papa, Moose McFood. What else we got? Also, Ray Love, thank you for subscribing. I saw that you left a comment on one of Creole's videos, the Robonomics video. Hopefully Creole responded to you. Creole. Okay, he's in the chat right now, so hopefully he's being tentative to that, attentive to that. So yeah, thanks for your comment, Ray Love. We're glad to have you a part of the channel. Red Pill Vegan left a emoji on the Edgeware video. What else we got? Someone, can stacks reach $100 in the future? You know, we try not to do price predictions on this channel, right? We think long term. That's typically how we like to approach our content. But who knows? We'll see, right? What else? Yeah, so y'all, thank y'all for leaving these comments. Creole and I, we try to be on top of this and responding to all of the comments when we can. So thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking the videos and subscribing. let's hit this chat real quick, and we're about to get into the episode. We're gonna check out the market here in a second. Creole, remote work is key. OS Crates, Nomad Capitalist says, go where you're treated best. Crypto makes governments actually compete for talent and add value to the marketplace of life. Yes, yes, yes. Creole and I, we absolutely love Nomad Capitalist. Absolutely love that channel. And actually, Creole has a Nomad Capitalist book as well. If you don't have the book, definitely get that book if you're into that type of content. Key information in there. Creole, yes, I love that quote, and so true. His book is really good too. The Logic Sphere, Polka Locker went ham. What's going on, the Logic Sphere? Glad to see you in the chat. Yeah, I think Creole, I mentioned Polka Locker to Creole. I think he may cover that at some point. I know that we're planning to do some content, some heavy content over the Polkadot Parachain auctions, the slot auctions, coming up next week. So hopefully he can fit that in. So y'all stay around. These slot auctions are about to pop off. They're already popping off. We see this Akala crowd loan going crazy right now. It's going wild. So yeah, y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, we're going to be covering all of that in the coming weeks. Creole, man, you called that Logic Sphere. Yeah, I haven't even seen it. We're gonna look at it here in a second. Okay, let's look at the Polka Locker here in a second. Lastly, Creole, stacks will hit $100 coin when it hits a market cap around 70 billion, a very possible and conservative estimate. Yeah, Creole is super bullish on stacks. Yeah, if you're not looking at stacks, y'all definitely look at it. Okay. So let's take a look at the market right now. What's going on in the market? Bitcoin is at 61.1, Ethereum 449, Binance Coin 609, Solana 240, y'all. But you know what, y'all? Watch out for Solana. Like, get your bag for sure. Everyone who got on that train, like, well done. 240 is absolutely insane from what it was just a few months ago. But I will say, y'all, let's go over here real quick. There has been talks of the VCs who are invested in Solana. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, if y'all go watch this video, Trader University, Solana billionaire VCs are laughing at you. Y'all, it's Chamath and like 2 other cats in this video literally laughing about how they plan to sell their bags of Solana, and I'm assuming they probably have $1 billion worth of Solana, right? So if you're invested in Solana, please watch out for this. Keep your eyes on this. Keep your ears in the streets on this. Yeah, so pay attention to that, but get your bag, but take profits on Solana, okay? What else? Cardano 199. We're still chilling around this $2 mark. That's okay. I'm chilling. I'm still accumulating ADA. What else? XRP 117, Polkadot 51.93. We saw that new all-time high. That was this week, right? The weeks and days are running together, y'all. It's about to get even more crazy, so prepare yourself. Let's look at the chat real quick. Logic Sphere, stacks, question mark. Yeah, Logic Sphere. Stacks in short, and I don't want to butcher this, but they're helping to integrate decentralized applications on top of Bitcoin, right? So Creole has done an in-depth analysis on stacks, dropped a YouTube video, so you can go back. I think last week he dropped a video, did a whole review on stacks and what they're doing, so check that out. All right, let's move forward, y'all. What's going on, y'all? If y'all just dropped in, go ahead, hit that thumbs up. Stick around. We got some important stuff that we're going to cover tonight, okay? So, as y'all already know, we're going to shout out the Discord real quick. If you're not in the Discord, hop in this Discord as usual. We've had some people trickle in. We want more people in this Discord. And like I said before, If you've never been in Discord or used Discord before, it's really, really awesome. Okay. I was a little skeptical at first, but once I got my account and first started interacting in Discord, absolutely fell in love with it. It's super easy to get into the Discord. We don't see any of your information or anything like that, but this gives us a direct way to contact you. Okay, so if our YouTube channel gets taken down, right, our Twitter has already been banned. Okay, so if someone at YouTube has a bad day and wants to take our channel down, this is the quickest way we can get in contact with the community. Okay, so hop in here. You can chill out in here. You don't even have to talk, but come in here so we have a direct way to communicate with you. Of course, we have multiple channels in here talking about NFTs, metaverse, wealth. I just had this up here a second ago, and we're going to talk about this a little bit more. Apart from therapy, what are some things that have done wonders for your mental health? Having money. Yes, y'all. Let me tell you, that fuck you money hits different. It hits different, y'all. It just hits different. We're gonna talk about it some more here in a second, okay? Okay, moving forward. Our Solo.to link is also in the description. This is where you can join the Discord. You can subscribe to the channel. I have a TikTok. I'm trying to be more active on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. We're working on building our Twitter again. We had to go through some loops to make another Twitter. So Creole and I are working on that so we can get y'all a Twitter to follow as well. But again, we have our tip jar here. If you just feeling in the giving mood, it's pretty much Christmas season. So if you're in the giving mood and want to tip us, we have ADA, Polkadot, and Bitcoin in there if you want to tip, and also our referral links. And again, if you use one of these referral links, you get a reward, and it also helps support this channel. Okay, I'm so big on using referral links. I don't care what it's for. I will search through YouTube, I will search through Instagram, and try to find someone's referral link to make a purchase or to sign up somewhere. Okay, because it benefits me, right? It benefits you, and it benefits the other person as well. Okay, or otherwise you're just leaving free money, free rewards, free discounts on the table. Okay, so come in here, look around, and see if you find something. All right, y'all, we're about to get started. Thank y'all for tuning in. We have some people watching right now. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up. Let's hit this chat real quick, and then we'll get the show started with the first topic that we're going to talk about, which is me selling my car. What's up, Crawford? And some bud? What y'all talking about? Creole, I have a feeling Solana is this cycle's EOS. Throwing the shade tonight, huh? Crawford, growing trees helps my mental health. Oh, okay, y'all are talking about the mental health thing. Absolutely, y'all. Yeah, that mental health is something, and we're gonna talk about it some more. Like, all of this is gonna circle back around to our later topic. Creole, haha, yeah. All right, y'all. So the first thing that I want to do is play a clip for y'all. So this channel is Crazy for Cryptos. Creole and I have been watching Digital Dave. This is Digital Dave and Crazy for Cryptos channel for a number of years now. And I specifically clearly remember watching this video. I was actually on the treadmill watching this video. I remember calling up Creole and I was like, do you hear Digital Dave and his new episode today? But what he's about to say in this video is so true. So I'm going to play the first couple minutes of this, and then we're going to get into the next story here. All right.
Currency and blockchain update. The title of this video is Operation Cash Dump. And the reason why I came up with that is that this is exactly what's been going on in my head for the past few months, is that I am dumping as much fiat currency and cash into cryptocurrency as I possibly can, and I can't seem to do it fast enough. And there's two reasons for that. The number one reason is that cryptos are going to continue to make me and other investors a lot of money. I'm talking generational wealth. I'm talking life-changing gains. Going to make us a lot of money, even more than what we saw this year, where a lot of my crypto picks went up 8 times this year. And some people are like, "Are we? When are we going to see the bull market?" We're in the bull market now. So if cryptos go up 6 to 8 times, that's called a bull market. Now the golden bull market is going to start in 2021. But so that's reason number one why I'm going through Operation Cash Dump. Reason number two is that I know where money, I know where cash, I know where fiat currency is what I'm trying to say. I know where fiat ultimately goes. It goes to zero, and I'm talking about the British pound, I'm talking about the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, Mexican peso, US dollar. Any kind of fiat currency that is printed out of thin air ultimately goes to zero. And what we're going to experience starting next year in 2021 is we're going to see all this burning money. It's all going to burn, and what's going to rise from the ashes is going to be the phoenix. And what is the phoenix? The phoenix is Digibyte, Cardano, Zilliqa, Theta, T-Fuel, Track, VIDT, even Ethereum, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash. These are the phoenixes that are going to rise from all this really, really nasty, nasty fiat system that is designed to really kind of enslave us. Not kind of, I'm being a little bit conservative. It's designed to keep us broke because of stealth inflation and because of they can control the money supply, they can freeze your accounts, they can do whatever they want. They can basically control you any way they want to with this whole fiat system. And it's a debt-based system that is designed to keep us broke and in control, under their control. Cryptos brings us out of that. Cryptos is the phoenix is going to rise from the ashes. So 2 reasons why I'm participating in Operation Cash Dump. If you're pretty new to cryptos and you're like, well, I don't have a ton of money to put into cryptos, my advice is to, if you have 2 cars, sell one. Sell one of your cars. Sell it, put it into crypto. If you're living in an apartment and you're paying the rent for that, but you don't have a lot of money to put into cryptos, get a roommate, get 2 roommates. Save money. Put that extra money that you're saving by having roommates, put it into crypto. Work 2 jobs if you have to. Get your spouse to work a couple of jobs. If you're raising kids, that's...
All right, y'all. So this was a video that dropped back in December 16th to 2020, right? So I sold my car, right? And really, I had been thinking about selling my car for a while now. And let me go over here to my Instagram. Y'all follow me on Instagram. I'm somewhat active on Instagram. I try to make stories. But I had a 2018 Dodge Charger SXT. Absolutely love the car. Hold on one second. I hear some. Where's that audio coming from? Crypto Crow. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Okay. I was like, where's that audio? That sounds like Crypto Crow. I had some. Okay, that was playing in the background. But anyway. Now wait a minute. Where's some music? Okay. Goodness. Okay, I see what happened here. Okay. Back to my story. So yeah, I had been considering selling my car for a while now, really since the pandemic hit, right? And I was like, you know what? Back in 2020, probably like summer 2020, I was like, you know what? Let me not make any crazy moves right now. I really like my car. I'm not using it right now, but maybe when the world opens back up, I'll start using it more. Y'all, I wasn't using my car. You know what I mean? What I've realized is that like, I don't do anything. Like, I don't go out a whole lot. If I go out, I'm like going to a museum or a art gallery exhibition, or going out to eat once every now and then. I don't do a whole lot anymore. I used to, a few years ago, but where I'm at in my life right now, I just don't do a whole lot. I'm really focused on crypto and building this wealth and taking advantage of this current opportunity, right? So, it was really about a month ago where I was like really 100% sure I was going to sell my car. So, had some really good conversations with my dad. I always consult him on big moves like this, because it's a pretty serious situation to like sell your vehicle, right? You're selling your your means of transportation, right? And so, luckily I'm in a position to where I have access to another car that I can use, right? Because it'll be a different story if I had no car access, right? Because I tend to be one of those people, like, if shit hits the fan, doomsday comes, of course you're going to want a way to like transport yourself out of a situation, right? So having transportation is good, right? Ready, available transportation is good. But with my particular situation, I just realized, I have access to another car that I can use, and my car is pretty much like sitting in the garage most of the time, right? I'm not utilizing it as much as I did before the world changed, right? Because I work completely remote now, so I don't have to drive to work, right? So, really sitting down, putting some, pen to paper, looking at the pros and cons, thinking about the amount of money I could save. There was no way I was able to justify having a car right now. I couldn't justify it. The pros of selling my vehicle heavily outweigh the cons of selling my vehicle, right? And so, that's my thought process behind it. Y'all, when I tell y'all the car selling market, so for example, I sold my car to CarMax, right? I don't know what's going on with the market right now, but the amount of money that I got for my car was absolutely insane. So, and again, I'm not going to say specific numbers, but to put it into perspective for you all, the amount, the check that they wrote me for my car was like, I never had to pay. It was basically like refunding me for the car payments I've made over the past 3 years. It's like I never even had to pay the car payments. That's how much money they gave me for this car, right? So again, considering all of that, it's like there's no way I could justify hanging on to this car. So what is it? It's been like 2 weeks without my car. Got myself a nice chunky check for my car, and I take care of my stuff. So, and this is another thing for y'all. If y'all gonna buy a car, like, take care of your stuff. Over the past 3 years, I really took care of my car. I maintained it well. I didn't let people mess all over my car and treat it any kind of way. And it paid off because, like I said, I basically got refunded the money that I was paying towards the car for the past 3 years. I basically got refunded with this check that they gave me, right? So no car note. I'm car note free. Insurance free, maintenance free. So y'all, let me tell you, so with that, I'm able to pocket an additional $500 to $600 a month just by selling my car. So not only did I come away breaking even on the amount that I was paying in the first place, right? But now I'm able to pocket an additional $500 to $600 that I can just throw into the market. Easy. Come on now, y'all, that's a cheat code. And let me say this as well. And really one day I'm going to talk about this more. But y'all, my expenses right now are stupid low. It's crazy low, my expenses right now. But my income is really, really good. And Creole and I have talked about this before. We both still have corporate jobs right now, and we're going to talk about why here in a second. Okay, stick around. We're going to talk about it. But we both have good, good corporate jobs. So the amount of income that I have right now, especially for my age and for the career that I'm in, my profession, is really good, right? Definitely above average. So combine a good salary with little to no major expenses. It's like, y'all, cheat codes. All this extra money that I have, market is going into assets. Y'all. So I wanted to talk about that real quick, because one thing that I think is interesting, like we talked about, we listen to Modern Investor all the time, right? The Modern Investor was definitely one of the YouTube channels that kept us active in the crypto market back in 2018, right? He's where was I going with that? What was I just talking about? Assets. Y'all, I lost my thought on that. I don't know what I was about to touch on with that. I completely lost my thought on that. So maybe that means we just need to move on. Let's hit the chat. Or maybe it's this gin. I don't know. Let's hit the chat real quick, and then we're going to move into the next section of this, okay? If y'all have any questions, let me know. We got a lot of comments in. Let me scroll. OS Crates is almost a rite of passage to be banned from one of the techno-feudal meta landlords. For real. And I feel like I have to tiptoe around Twitter now. It's not a good feeling. OS Crates. I still don't 100% trust any crypto with a CAO or founders VC club. Trade them up, but don't trust any human to have your best interests at heart better than you. For sure. Yeah, that's something we have to be very, very careful of. Crawford, that's commitment. Alpay. What's up, Alpay? And Alpay, man, I think you hit me up on the Discord. I'm sorry. I really need to sit down and look at those messages. Alpay. NY is the strictest in the US regarding crypto. The new NYC mayor wants his paycheck in Bitcoin. We'll create NYC coin on stacks, and we'll push NYC to be crypto friendly. Wall Street's backyard, huge. Yeah, this is really interesting stuff, y'all. We're seeing a lot of these politicians jump on board, right? And I think it's interesting that you brought up the NYC coin on stacks, right? Because that Miami coin is on stacks, right? So interesting stuff here, stuff to pay attention to. Crawford says, I sell mine, but I have to commute to work for now. Yeah, and that's the thing. Yeah, if you got to go to work, if you got to handle business and you can really justify, again, it's about justifying your purchase or justifying why you're holding a liability, right? If you can justify it, absolutely, right? And like I said, I'm in such a fortunate and blessed position to that I have access to another car, right? That's not everybody's situation. So again, if you see blessings, you know what I'm saying, sitting around you and you're not taking advantage of those, maybe, look at these blessings and take advantage of this and, see how it can propel you forward. Abraham, what's up, Abraham? It's weird calling you Abraham. All I know you is as the comeback kid. You sold at a great time. Used car prices are through the roof. Absolutely ridiculous. And let me tell y'all this again. The amount of money that they offered me for this car was absolutely astonishing. My dad was surprised. Like, everybody was just surprised because, y'all, they're pretty much, this is so crazy, y'all. So again, this is a 2018 Dodge Charger that I bought in 2018. They're pretty much selling it at the exact same price, if not higher. And it's a 3-year-old car, a 3-year-old used car. Is that not insane? Is that crazy? Is that just me? Crawford, I did put myself in a situation to stop posting rent for a few months. That's all going into crypto. Yes, take advantage of whatever you can do, y'all. I remember I posted this on Instagram. There's even some, I have to get the Adobe suite, right? And I was telling people, if you go to cancel your Adobe suite, they'll offer you a discount and you can have like a year's worth of Adobe suite at a discount. So y'all take advantage of this stuff right now, right? That extra, $30 that I have in my pocket because I'm taking advantage of a discount is going into crypto, right? Y'all, where is my music? What is going on over here? Okay, back to the chat. Abraham, Carvana pays a lot too. Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up. It's so weird calling you Abraham. So I looked at Carvana and I basically like did a Google search. I did my YouTubes and things like that to see like what were the best options, like who would give me the best offer. So I looked at Carvana. Carvana actually came in at the lowest, which I was surprised. And then I looked at Vroom. They came in second with their offer, and CarMax blew everything out the water with what they offered me. So it was a no-brainer that I was going with Carvana. And when I tell y'all this process was so easy, it was ridiculously easy. Took my car up to Carvana, they check it out, make sure everything lines up, and you basically they send you an offer online through your email, right? So you type in everything on the Carvana website, all your car details. You receive an offer when you submit those details. You go up to Carvana, they make sure everything is in line, and you basically sign the offer right there, and they'll take your car and they write you a check. Crazy, y'all. Abraham, so easy to sell your car. And another thing, Carvana will actually come to your house or come to where you are and pick up your car for you, right? Creole, yeah, the auto industry wild right now. Absolutely insane, y'all. That's why like Digital Dave here, he's on to something, y'all. If y'all got an extra car just sitting around collecting dust, I mean, that could be an extra few grand that you can throw into the market real quick. Crawford, inflation plus supply chain issues equal car prices through the roof. Facts. Abraham, proud of you, Michelle. That's a boss move. Thank you. Yeah. And like I said, I thought about it for a very long while. Like I said, at this point, almost a year, but really started considering it and, putting pen to paper over the past month. And let me tell y'all, when I signed that dotted line, I felt free as a bird. I just knew immediately that I was making one of the best decisions I have made of 2021, for sure. And I feel that way right now. I feel so confident in my decision. So yeah, I agree. Great move on me. Creole. Creole, what did you put the funds from selling your car into? Well, Creole, as you know, I've actually been consulting you about that. So, I have, a like I said, a good little chunk of money that I am kind of mapping out into what exact projects I'm going to put into. I'm still developing that plan. I'm taking my time so I can make the right move with this money. Crawford gonna BW able to buy a car lot in a few years with those gains. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Yeah. Abraham sent me some Bitcoin. Anthony, why digital face on the screen, Digital Dave? Yeah, I just played a clip from back in December 16th, 2020, where he was basically like the video here, Operation Cash Dump. He was like, I'm dumping as much fiat into crypto as possible. He's like, if you got an extra car, sell your extra car, get roommates, put as much money into crypto as possible. And really, this video kind of set the tone somewhat at this time, and really started to help me build the kind of this idea that I would eventually sell my car, right? I'll pay LO, she said that's a cheat code. Yeah. Abraham, why buy a Porsche when you can buy the Porsche company? Exactly, y'all. We got to be thinking differently, and we're about to talk about it in this sudden wealth section, okay? We're about to talk about it, so stick around. We're gonna have to think differently. Anthony, I hate that guy's voice. I'm not a huge Gary Vee fan. I like some of the things that he says. He kind of annoys me sometimes. Anthony, digital asset news crazy for cryptos, altcoin daily, altcoin buzz. Okay, a few more chats here, and then we'll move on, y'all. Abraham, Strike is blowing up. Abraham, everyone's gonna start getting paid in Bitcoin next year. Yeah, y'all, we see these football players getting on the Bitcoin wave, politicians getting on the Bitcoin wave. Come on now, y'all. Y'all see the trend. Crawford, used cars up 25% since last year. That's nuts. Wow. Abraham, we live in a video game. Quote from Pump. What else? Kuhn, got rid of all streaming services. I can find anything I want to watch for free. Bet, y'all. That's what I'm saying. Y'all better start, you know what I'm saying, getting these discounts. Start canceling these subscriptions. Do whatever you can, y'all. This moment is so crucial for us right now to get this money. Let's not sleep on it. Abraham, wow. Carmax stepping their game up. Yes. How much gin you drinking? Not too much. Probably have a shot or two in here, again with some grapefruit and lemon juice. What's up, Ripple Rick? Matthias, are you going to mint CloneX? Yes, 100%. If I can. I'm telling y'all, I don't know what it is about CloneX, but I have this feeling that something crazy is gonna happen and I'm not gonna be able to get one. I don't know if like my internet connection is gonna be down, or like the website is like I don't know what's gonna happen. I have a bad feeling about it, but I 100% plan to mint a CloneX avatar if everything goes according to plan. I have my ETH ready. It's one of the last 2 drops. There's like 2 more drops that I'm going to participate on Ethereum, and then I'm done with Ethereum, y'all. I'm over Ethereum. So, but yes, short answer. Ripple Rick, how about the Matrix avatar drop? Anyone excited about that? I haven't heard about that. But have y'all heard about Quentin Tarantino's NFT drop? It's going to be on like secret blockchain or something like that, some secret whatever. That's interesting, and he's supposed to be releasing Pulp Fiction deleted scenes or something like that as NFTs. Abraham, anyone super bullish on Decentraland, or is it just me? Yeah, y'all, these metaverses, these you know, it's popping off. Okay, y'all. Let's move forward. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all for dropping in on the video. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate that. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'm actually gonna change the song on y'all real quick.
Scooch, strong talk, wizard. Yeah. Hey, you get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it.
All right, y'all, we're about to talk about this sudden wealth real quick. This is so important, okay? I need y'all to really lock in on this, okay?
Too fast, dropping the dope in the stash. In Italy, got too foreign hoes, they deal me. Drop the top when it's cold, but you feel the heat. Be real with me, keep it 100, just be real with me.
All right, y'all.
Eat it up like it's a feast. They say the dope on fleek.
So a lot of people are about to fumble the bag, okay? And I can already kind of start seeing it happen. So what's happening is we're seeing, well, a lot of people, a lot of us are seeing the most money we've ever seen in our entire lives, right? And it's so important that we read the literature that we need to read. We talk to the people that we need to talk to. We do the meditation, do whatever we need to do to not fumble this bag. And I meant to pull up a video. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I think it was Vice. Bitcoin millionaire Vice. I think this is it. Yeah, okay, so I'm not gonna play this video, y'all. I'll leave a link in the description, but please go and watch. I made and lost $1 million trading crypto. Okay. So let's look at what fumble the bag means for anyone who does not know. Okay. Fumble the Bag comes from a lyric in the 2017 hip-hop song I Get the Bag by Gucci Mane featuring Migos. To fumble the bag is to lose the money, the bag, you made, or to make unwise investments with the money you already have. It's also used for fumbling or botching or bungling something more generally, okay? Now let's look at what sudden wealth syndrome means. Sudden wealth syndrome is a term used to describe the adjustment issues, stress, confusion, and often money mismanagement that can accompany coming into sudden wealth or a large windfall. Some examples of a windfall situation that might lead to sudden wealth syndrome are coming into a large inheritance, an IPO or acquisition event of your company, a major sale, for example, of a property, or a big raise or upfront salary for a new job, or making big bags in crypto. Okay, they missed that one. Okay, they meant to put that there. A good example of a group of people experiencing what looks like sudden wealth syndrome are professional athletes. The minimum starting salary for an NFL player is roughly $660,000. According to a report by Sports Illustrated, by the time former NFL players have been retired for 2 years, 78% of them have gone bankrupt or are under financial stress within 5 years of retirement. An estimated 60% of former NBA players are broke. Okay, we hear this about lottery winners as well. Okay, so sudden wealth syndrome is basically mismanaging a large amount of wealth that you have suddenly acquired. Okay. So basically, so how does this relate to the crypto space? A lot of people, like I said, are making and seeing the most money they have ever seen before. And a lot of people over the past 12 months, even, right, are making large sums of money. Again, never having managed this type of money before, never having seen this type of money before. If you don't do the work, if you don't think smart, if you're, not aware, right? Just even being aware of sudden wealth syndrome can help you not fumble the bag, right? Okay, so what I want to do is, y'all, so what we're not going to do on Untwisting the Game Crypto and in this community is fumble the bag. Okay. So I need y'all to spend $25. I don't have a referral link. This isn't sponsored, none of that. Okay. But I need y'all to spend $25 on this book right here. Hopefully this is in frame. This is the Sudden Wealth Solution by Robert, and I'm not going to even try to pronounce his last name. Okay. The keys in here. Okay. And again, in this book, it's mainly kind of talking about inheritance, and it's very kind of old school in the way he approaches some of this. But the topics that he talks about here are so freaking crucial. It's so crucial, y'all. So please, I think I paid $25 for a hardcover book. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to touch on a few key points that really stood out to me in this book. Okay. So first off, what is sudden wealth? Like, what qualifies as sudden wealth, right? Let me change this music real quick. So what qualifies as sudden wealth? A lot of y'all have sudden wealth right now and y'all don't even know it. Let's talk about it. What is your sudden wealth level? There's sudden wealth and then there's sudden wealth. Your level refers to not just the amount of money you will be receiving, but how this money will impact your life. Your level will determine how dramatically your life can change as a result of the money you are receiving. So level 1, sudden wealth. Level 1 sudden wealth is an amount of money that will not materially change your life. It's small enough that it doesn't allow you to buy a new house, quit your job, or change your day-to-day lifestyle. For example, a $20,000 inheritance wouldn't be enough to have much of an impact on most people's lives. Sure, you could buy a car, get new countertops, or pay off some bills, but your life would go on unaffected by the inheritance. Okay? Let's move on to level 2. Level 2 sudden wealth is an amount of money that can have a big impact on your life, but not so much that you can quit your job. At level 2, you may be able to buy a bigger house, travel more often, pay off all your debts, fully fund college savings accounts for your children, purchase a fancier car, and have more income to spend each month. If you follow the 12 sudden wealth principles, level 2 sudden wealth can be life-enhancing opportunity that may allow you and or your spouse to retire early, work part-time, help loved ones, and generally have the means to enjoy life to the fullest. Although most people will experience a level 1 sudden wealth event in their life, far fewer will receive a sum of money large enough to qualify for level 2. Okay, so that's level 2. Level 3. Level 3 sudden wealth. Level 3 sudden wealth is an amount of money that allows you to quit your job. This may not seem like an important distinction, but it makes level 2 sudden wealth a game changer. The difference between level 2 and level 3 cannot be overstated. It is as dramatic a difference as precipitation at 33 degrees versus 32 degrees. So what's your level? Okay, everyone listening to this, any of this seem like it applies to you? Okay, so what's your level? Level 1 is often obvious, but the distinction between level 2 and level 3 is more nuanced. Half the time I found that those at level 2 think they are level 3 and want to quit their jobs prematurely. This can be a devastating mistake that can have profound financial consequences. The other half of the time, there are those who are level 3 who don't truly believe they can quit their jobs. The first group thinks they have more money than they actually do, and the second group thinks they have less. In both cases, they don't fully understand their position, but you will. Okay, so 3 levels, again, according to this book. So you have level 1, level 1 sudden wealth, where, maybe it's around 20K. You get, a good chunk of money that, it doesn't really change your life, but it's a nice little boost, right? Then you have level 2, where the money, helps change your life, right? Right, you may be able to travel more. You can get a bigger house. You can, pay off all your debts, right? Things of that nature. And then you have level 3, where it's like, okay, I can quit my job, right? But then, as they mention in here, and they're like, sometimes level 2s think they're level 3s, and level 3s think they're level 2s, right? So again, think about this right now. And let me say this real quick. I'm sitting here talking about this right now, talking about sudden wealth. And I for sure have seen the most money I have ever seen in my entire life. But I'm not going to tell you what that amount of money is. Let's talk about that real quick. Don't tell anybody how much money you have. I can count. There's 3 people on the entire earth who know exactly how much money I have in crypto. 1, Creole. 2, a friend of mine. And 3, my tax advisor. Those are the only 3 people who know exactly how much crypto I have. My parents, they have a general understanding of how much I have. I've had those conversations with them. Not everybody can do that, right? But don't tell people how much money you have in crypto. Like all this transparency stuff, people talking about I'm being transparent with this is how much I have in this, da 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 da. Like, okay, cool for them. Don't get don't buy into the hype, okay? Stay low key, keep your business, okay? And they talk about that in this book, right? Because the last thing you want is randos knocking on your door, or, honestly, people that you even know, or people in your family, because they talk about this in your book. They were talking about how it could be the very people who are closest to you wanting to dive into your pot, right? They want a business loan from you, or they want to borrow money from you, or this, that, and the other. No, y'all, avoid all of that. Don't tell anybody how much crypto you have. Like I said, what I do, I'll tell y'all what I'm invested in. I've shared my portfolio and exactly what coins I'm invested in. But as far as y'all know, I could have $10,000 in crypto. I could have 50,000. I could have more. You'll never know. Okay. So don't tell anybody y'all's business. Okay. So there's that. So I think it's good to identify what level of sudden wealth you are experiencing. And again, sudden wealth, do I really consider myself to have acquired sudden wealth? I don't feel as though this is sudden wealth for me, because it has been like 4 years that I've been in this space and been investing in this space, so it doesn't feel sudden. But again, I think it's important to stay very humble and to act like you're dumb sometimes. And again, to stay humble and do more research, right? Don't act like you know everything, right? But for some people who may have just gotten in 2020, made 50 grand on a coin, whatever, that's going to feel a little bit more sudden, right? So it's very important that you identify what you are right now, okay, and what you're feeling. Because if you don't do that work, y'all, I'm telling you, you're going to fumble the bag. You're going to fumble the bag. Okay, let's move on. So how much you can afford to spend. I'm just going to read a little bit, okay? Your end of day number is the key ingredient in determining if you can quit your job, buy a new house, travel the world, pay for your children's college, and whether you can afford a new Tesla or a Honda. This number determines how much you can afford to spend. Once you determine how much money you actually have, you can now calculate how much you can comfortably afford to spend. Seems obvious, but many sudden wealth recipients skip this crucial step and go straight to spending their windfall. This is a significantly fatal mistake and the quickest way to go through most or all of your money. Don't let this happen to you. Okay? Also in this book, they have some really good examples. So I'm going to read this part, okay? The title is Buy a Cactus, Not a Fern. Spending $50,000 on a new BMW costs a lot more than spending excuse me, all this light. Spending $50,000 on a new BMW costs a lot more than spending $50,000 on a family vacation. Why? The luxury car will boost your insurance premiums, maintenance costs, and registration fees, and it requires premium gasoline. Ferns require daily watering, whereas cacti can go a month without H2O. Take into consideration not only the initial cost, but also all of the ongoing costs, right? So again, you know, in the crypto space, we like to joke about people buying Lambos, you know, getting exotic cars and whatnot. And I have nothing against that, right? It's your money. You made the sacrifices that you made to get where you are. You do you. Right? I'm not going to judge. If you want to go buy a Lambo, go get a Maserati, go get a Mercedes, whatever, that's on you. But again, it's good to like do it intentionally, like really understand what you're doing and not just buy something based off of emotion or buy something based off of this is cool. I can now afford it. So let me just buy it because I can, right? You got to look at it a little bit deeper, right? And so the last piece I'm going to read on this, and I thought this was really good, okay? Start with the big rocks. Imagine a table with a glass jar, several large rocks, a stack of smaller pebbles, and a pile of sand. Your job is to fit as many of the rocks and pebbles and as much sand in the jar as you can. Where do you start? Most people start by dumping in the sand and a few pebbles, leaving the bigger rocks on the table. This is a popular analogy with time management gurus. If you start with the little things, you run out of time for the big and significant things in your life. The same holds true for your finances. This is an important one, okay? Don't misinterpret insignificant for inexpensive. I've seen sudden wealth recipients spend millions of dollars on things they didn't value. The insignificant stuff sucks the air from the room and the money from our accounts when we spend it on things that don't matter. It's better to start with the big rocks, then the pebbles, and if there's still room, the sand. Find your big rocks by going through the wish list you've been working on. Ideally, you'll have pages of ideas for what your life might look like and thoughts on what you want to own and experience. Your wish list is the beginning of your blueprint for your life post sudden wealth. At this point, and by design, it's a random list of what could be. It's time to give the wish list more direction. Okay? So this is talking about taking a moment, step back. I know you see the flashy things all around you that you can suddenly afford, but what do you really want? A lot of us, and they talk about it more in this book, y'all, I'm just hitting particular points. A lot of us have no idea what we want. You think you want the brand new Maserati. You think you want the penthouse. You think you want X. You think you want Y. You think you want Z. And you really don't. You get it. You feel good for a second. And then you're back trying to find something else to fill something up in you. Right? So what do you really want? Right? What is really on your wish list? And I had to do this work, and I've been doing this work, y'all, really over the past year. And we're going to get to a therapy section here in a second. Okay. We're talking about it all tonight. But, you know, I remember being in a therapy session, right at the end of 2020, talking about everything that I wanted to accomplish in 2021 and what I wanted to do in 2022, right? So over the past year, I've been manifesting what I want to do in 2022. And y'all, it's not a car, right? For me, again, I'm just talking about me. It can be anything for y'all, right? It's not about having the coolest place right now. Really, the main thing I want to do, y'all, is travel. That's it. like I was saying, I don't need much, you know, but again, what do you really want? Sit down an afternoon. And like they said, it could take you an afternoon to create your wish list, or maybe it takes you a whole year. Maybe it takes you a month to keep building the wish list, knocking some things off the wish list. And like they said in here, your wish list can change over time, right? So you may think you want to, spend a week in New York when really maybe you want to do XYZ with your money. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. I fear, well, we know it's going to happen. People are going to get the bag. They're going to get the XYZ, and it's not going to be stuff that they really truly want. And that leads me to the next section. Okay. And I see some chats going on. I'm going to come back to those in a little bit when I finish this. We only got a couple more sections I'm going to cover. Okay, so this next section here, to piggyback off of that, all right, a wish list. What do you really want? Is it material things, right? Maybe so, and that's fine. But this is talking about invest in experiences. Do you relish in the past purchases or past experiences? Do you cherish things you've bought or things you've done more? When your mind wanders, you are more likely to think of toys you have or trips you've taken. Let me read that back over, y'all. I should have put a light over here. When your mind wanders, are you more likely to think of toys you have or trips you've taken? On your deathbed, what memories will make you smile? Money can be used to either buy material things such as cars, houses, and flat screen TVs, or experiences such as concerts, trips, Broadway shows, or special meals. Research shows that people seem to get more joy from experiences than from material things. As someone who's always preferred to hike through a jungle in a far-off place over buying a Rolex, this makes sense to me, but it's not as intuitive for others. even if they aren't aware, the reason most people enjoy experiences over things is because experiences are usually shared with others. And if there is one thing and only one thing psychologists agree on, it is that social connections and relationships are the biggest contributor to happiness. As discussed earlier, we become accustomed to things quickly, but not so with experiences. We not only can enjoy the anticipation of an upcoming experience and the experience itself, but experiences also provide what I think of as happiness capital, which is like a mental happiness account. Once you make a deposit, it continues to provide dividends. Invest in experiences. Again, y'all, just to make y'all think real quick, do you want material things or do you want experiences, right? And again, psychology is saying that we tend to get more out of experiences than we get out of material things, right? We're talking about psychology here. Come on now. What's next here? Okay. 2 more sections and then we're going to hit the chat. So I also thought this was interesting. Asset protection strategies. Like, are you even protected, fam? You know what I'm saying? You have the bag and maybe you don't fumble the bag, right? You running for the touchdown, but are your assets protected? So this is interesting, right? Umbrella liability insurance. As I wrote in my first personal finance book, the first line of defense is to have a personal liability insurance policy. A personal liability insurance policy is designed to protect you against judgments from property damage, bodily injury, and personal injury lawsuits. The personal liability policy is sometimes called an umbrella liability policy because it sits on top of your automobile and homeowner's insurance policy and covers claims that are either not covered by these policies or that are beyond the limits of these policies. Okay? Bodily injury and personal injury lawsuits frequently result in multi-million-dollar settlements. Umbrella liability insurance is an inexpensive way to safeguard what you've worked so hard to achieve, right? So some of us could be millionaires right now, right? Or maybe you're about to be a millionaire within the next couple months. Do you have the proper insurance in place? If something happens and you get sued, that you're good? You see what I'm saying, y'all? Come on now. We're going to have to do this work. We're going to have to get in these textbooks now. When I tell y'all, I had my dad was insurance for a number of years, and I had a really good conversation with him over personal liability policy, home ownership, insurance policy, I talked to him about this, and it was a really good conversation, y'all. So if y'all have a bag and the bag isn't protected, come on now. It takes one person to, trip and fall somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You spill a cup of hot coffee on somebody and they try to sue you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, last thing here. And then we're going to hit the chat. I just briefly want to go over some decisions, right? So you get your sudden wealth, right? Here it says, use the guide below to determine the types of decisions you can make and the ones you should avoid. So green decisions. So decisions that are good to go. 1, researching and hiring advisors, an attorney, a CPA, financial advisor. 2, researching and implementing tax minimization strategies. 3, working with a therapist. Okay, some of us, you might have to see a therapist when you get the bag, right? And they have a whole section in here about money habits, right? And about relationship with money and just being able to evaluate how you interact with your money, bad money decisions you make, like all of that, y'all, is stuff that needs to be figured out now, right? For creating a wish list. Create that wish list, y'all. Opening bank investment accounts, doing some basic estate planning, upgrading your property and casualty insurance policies, buying personal umbrella liability insurance, continuing to pay your bills as normal. Okay? Now let's go to the yellow decisions. So these are decisions that you have to be careful with. Okay? If you should take some time off from work, talking to the media, moving in with your spouse, moving in with your partner. You may want to hold off on that, right? Investing in CDs, short-term bonds, or other liquid and conservative investments. Talking to friends and family about your sudden wealth. Again, keep your business low to the ground. Nobody needs to know all your business. Traveling, taking the lump sum of annuity in a lottery win, taking an ex-spouse to court for child custody or financial support issues, asset protection strategies that do not involve giving up control over your assets, moving to a different state, signing any forms or documents, paying off any tax liens, prepaying any bills. Okay, those are yellow decisions. Let's move to the red, because I know for a fact some of y'all, and I have too, are considering making these red decisions, and maybe we need to just chill out for a second. Okay, red decisions. Generally speaking, these decisions could be avoided for several months. Let's read that again. We're talking about red decisions. Generally speaking, these decisions could be avoided for several months, and only after you and your advisors have gone through your entire plan. So chill out before you start making these decisions. 1, whether you can quit your job. Okay? There's going to be a lot of people throwing middle fingers in the air, not showing up to work. And again, do what you do, right? But you may want to take a deep breath and reevaluate your situation before you just up and quit your job with no plan, right? And people do it all the time. Go for it, right? But again, if you got a decent job, a good, well-paying job, you got benefits, you got health insurance, X, Y, and Z, everything is copacetic, whatever, maybe chill off on quitting your job for a little bit. Just chill out. Buying a new car, red decision. Okay, I know a lot of us want some new wheels to ride, but chill on that. Contributing to a child's college savings account, if you should move, if you should give money to charity, if and how much you can give to friends and family, how your money should be invested, getting married or divorced. Promising, committing to help friends and family pay for things, example, car, college, new business. 10, buying life insurance or annuities. Irrevocable gifting or transferring of assets to minimize taxes or for asset protection. See, that's another thing, because I know Creola and I have talked about this before as well, gifting to avoid taxes, right? Transferring any money or assets to someone else, including your children, committing to an employment agreement, paying off any liabilities, including credit cards and loans from family and friends. Let's say that one more time. Paying off any liabilities is a red decision, including credit cards and loans from family, friends. Okay? So again, a lot of this stuff, y'all, everybody's going to move differently, but, really sitting down and reading some literature, reading a book on, other options that you can take or suggestions that you can consider when moving with your sudden wealth. Like, y'all, don't sleep on this stuff. All right, y'all. I know that was a lot. Let's hit the chat real quick. Abraham, the music is always lit. OS Crates, me grooving. Ripple Rick. They are dropping 100K. Oh, I already read this. Wait for Janet Yellen's talk. OS Crates, what's your plan for Janet Yellen's talk on taxing unrealized capital gains? It's absolutely ludicrous. I think everybody is pretty on board with that idea. But as someone brought up, I was watching Morning Invest. Y'all know I love Morning Invest channel. They were saying, so if you can tax unrealized gains, then doesn't that mean that you can write off unrealized losses or something like that, right? So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. That whole conversation is kind of ludicrous though. It creates money, just amplifies your character and values. Crawford, that's like 12.5 ADA though. I don't know. Decisions. Crawford, anytime my wife wants to spend any money, I tell her how much ADA we could buy instead. Facts. Abraham, yeah, I'm too paranoid to disclose my personal assets. Absolutely. Be paranoid. Abraham, when people ask how much Bitcoin I have, I'm like, lips zipped. Absolutely. It's nobody's business. Crawford, well, we know it's more than 10K. Haha. Abraham, we know you got more crypto than what your car is worth. Well, you know, feel free to speculate. OS Crates, keep your ops. What is that? Example. $5 wrench attack equals buy a wrench over the head to transfer their crypto to you. Theft mugging is one of the oldest professions. Okay. Oh, it's crazy. There's a GitHub repo I posted to this Discord that tracks reported Bitcoin muggings worldwide. Pretty crazy, but not surprising considering how prevalent it is for cash and jewelry. Yeah, you know, I specifically remember watching videos of crypto tips, Heidi and Toby talking about, yeah, you know, when you're out and about, you don't talk about Bitcoin, you don't, you know, don't wear any, especially like when you're traveling, for sure, right? Like, stay low key, y'all. Like, don't fall into this hype of telling everybody your business. I know that's like a huge thing on YouTube and whatnot, and really, you know, I'm pretty out here being on this channel right now, but again, I've taken the necessary precautions, both, you know, self-defense wise, and also, like I said, I'm going to say some things, but I'm not going to say everything. I may show you what I'm holding, but you're not going to know how much I'm holding, right? OS Crates for sure. Michelle URL is adulting. I'm trying, y'all. Crawford, I want more crypto, don't we all? Passive income, I just want more sandbox land. What's wrong with me? Hey, I hear you. OS Crates, I do more BTC. She's real though. Most crap we desire will never bring us deep happiness. Yes, y'all. Like, do that, you know, and I don't want to get preachy or get like super woo woo or anything on here, but like, you know, really sit back, take some time, you know, wake up in the morning, see the sunrise, step outside with a cup of coffee, watch the sunrise, and just like really meditate on what you want, y'all. Cause I'm telling you, a lot of us don't know what we want. Abraham, but to be honest, I want to be able to give back to a lot of people, donations, fundraisers, charity, etc. The expensive toys are just for fun. Yes, I feel that same way. I really do want to give back as well. And actually going back to, you know, figuring out what you really want, there are like, you know, and I love a good worksheet or like a good quiz or something. I love those type of activities, but there are things online that can like help you figure out what you want in life. There's actually a book. It's like how to talk to anyone? It's something about being good at conversation. I can't remember the exact name. Actually, let me see if I have it in my audiobooks. I think I have it in my audiobooks. Yeah, How to Talk to Anyone About Anything. In that book by James W. Williams, he starts off by saying it's like you can't even really have a conversation until you know who you are. Long story short, right? And so he kind of goes through this activity where you can like really sit down and even just like figure out who the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? But stuff like that can like really, because I want to keep it real, y'all. Like activities like that, you know, being able to work on yourself like that can really help you weed out all the BS and really figure out what you want. What's going on here? Crawford, I just want to grow plants, raise my son, and let my crypto grow. That's the list. Exactly. A lot of us don't want much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think in short, I just like want to be free. You know, this is like most of the time it's really basic stuff like freedom, like being able to maybe see the world. A lot of people, sometimes travel isn't a huge deal to people, right? Maybe it's something else that really intrigues you, right? OS Crates, when you drive by my house and see a new orchard and a bunch of animals, you will know I have struck level 3. Bet. You know, I was telling Creole, I was watching this channel. Her name is Hitomi or something like that. And her channel is just like, she's one of those like yogi, like very woo woo and you know, that type of personality. And she was just like I don't know if she was in some type of tropical area or what, but she would just like woke up, she like stretched and like did yoga to start her day, and then like went out and picked mangoes from a mango tree and like made tea and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stuff like that, just these small little things that I'm just like, gosh, I just want to like walk outside and like pick some fruit off of a tree. You know what I'm saying? And like wake up and like meditate and like feel like I have time to meditate. You know what I'm saying? Okay, what else is in here? OS Crates, Crawford 100, family experiences is our real legacy. Humans are social monkeys for countless millennia. We've only been in the thing called civilization for 10,000 years, and single generation nuclear wage workers like 150 years or less. Yes. I remember hearing something, I can't remember where I heard that, kind of how this whole 9-to-5 work week was invented or created by, I can't remember. But yeah, y'all, like, yeah, this stuff is only 100 and some years old. We are built for social tribes. Fiat is a toxic relationship, 100%. So don't schedule the Forbes interview. Yeah, say if you do the Forbes interview, just have your face blacked out, right? Tell them you want to be in like a shadow or something like that. Creole, homie quit his job at the top of last cycle and had to go back to work 1 month later when the bear market hit. Yeah, you don't want to be that story. Like I said, y'all, this over here, Like, dude was living the life, taking the family on vacations, riding the cars, everything. And then reality hit real hard when that bear market hit, right? Crawford, that had to feel terrible, especially if he went out half-baked style. Abraham, yeah, you gotta have some type of plan B, C, and D. Yeah, y'all. Again, planning, right? Reading, doing the work to make sure you are responsible. Oh, it's crazy. Nomad capitalists would say they missed geographic diversity. Major wealth. Interesting. Major wealth generally has pretty low salary, but generational asset holdings. Ripple Rick, that was great. Thank you, Ripple Rick. Crawford, they can't tax unrealized gains. You would have to sell your house to pay taxes on it if it went up. So unless they made houses exempt. Yeah, Creole and I have had a conversation about that as well. Yeah, I mean, oh, wow. Crawford, however, if they make houses exempt, then that would inflate the market even more, making owning a house unattainable to most. And houses are almost unattainable for most already. Oh, it's crates. Crawford, that sounds like a BlackRock playbook to corner the landlord biz. They're gobbling up the Zillow fire sales right now. Yeah, that Zillow stuff is a hot mess right now. Crawford, yeah, I'll pay. Not only can you live in a place with a mango tree outside your door, it might be a crypto tax haven too. Good episode idea right there. We'll post my research on Discord. Yes, please do, Alpay. Crawford, problem with being a citizen is there isn't a tax haven if you bought the crypto prior to moving. Yeah, and that's a whole nother thing, man. That's why we love nomad capitalists. Man, these taxes, y'all. These taxes, just theft. Absolute theft. All right, y'all. Ooh, we've been on almost 2 hours. Goodness gracious. Okay. Thank y'all for tuning in. Send any last chats here, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up, y'all. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Join the Discord. Link is in the description right now. You can click the Solo.to link and join the Discord. Oh, actually, yeah, while y'all are sending in y'all last few chats, I almost forgot these last 2 tabs here. So again, part of doing this work, it's just doing the work, right? And a lot of this stuff is basic, like, you know, knowing your monthly expenses and things of that nature. But one thing that I thought was interesting, again, coming from Morning Invest, I love these two and their news coverage. This is honestly the most news that I watch now is from Morning Invest. But he talks about the freedom number and finding your freedom number, right? And so like you calculate your monthly budget, right? And when you calculate your monthly budget, this is what they call your survival number, right? This is what you need bare minimum to survive. And then they pad that with by 10%. And that comes out to, in this case, $5,500. And this is your freedom number, right? So again, the whole idea is this freedom number, your monthly expenses plus a 10% pad. If you can just find the passive income. And in this case, they're talking about real estate, right? How many properties can you get up and running to provide you that passive income to cover your freedom number? But again, y'all, what if you come up with your freedom number, what can you put into place? Is that crypto staking? Is that, putting some crypto into Celsius and getting that interest on that? What things can you do with your crypto holdings, or how can you diversify to create passive income to meet your freedom number, right? Again, important stuff here. All this work needs to be done, in my opinion, before you up and quit your job, right? Another thing, and Creole posted this in the Discord as well, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I thought this was interesting. Here's what your net worth must be, right? I think this is an interesting little look, right? I think, never mind on that. But yeah, look in here. Where's your net worth at, right? I mean, honestly, just being in a positive net worth is something to be, is an accomplishment, right? I'm in this range right now, right? So I thought this was interesting, kind of just to see kind of, where you rank among other people who are in your age group. All right, y'all. What's going on in the chat? And we about to close it out. Creole, yes, someone said I'll write off unrealized donations. Crawford, U.S. citizen. Abraham, Fed robbing from the same people they're trying to help during economic crisis. Yeah, it's crazy, y'all. It's just, man, it's something. When you take this orange pill, it's just the amount of insanity that you start to see around you through politicians. And Creole and I were just talking about this, and we were just like laughing, because it's just like, we really have politicians in power and people in power right now who have no idea what they're talking about, who just literally have no idea. Creole sent me something AOC said about inflation, and it was just totally inaccurate. It was just 100% inaccurate. Y'all. OS Craze, Michelle URL, digging the wealth talks. Much love to all you apes. Thank you, OS Craze. Abraham, that's how rich stay rich and poor stay poor. Yep. OS Craze Creole, I have unrealized ransomware write-offs. Oh. Careful on real estate APR loans, because when the rate hikes up in a bear market, then most people get taken to the cleaners. Yeah. Yeah, maybe these are more conversations that we can have, because, Creole and I, we've had so many conversations about, what we could do with our gains, our profit, and how we could diversify. Is that real estate? Is it the right time to be getting real estate? Should we wait till the market crashes to buy real estate? Is that opening up a franchise? Is that just staying in crypto and getting our staking rewards and getting interest and yield? There really are a lot of options. Creole and I, and we haven't said this before, but we also have an Amazon business, right? And it's like, do we need to go ham in our Amazon business? Maybe sell the Amazon business and XYZ. Like, there's so many different things to consider, but that's why it's important to really sit down and do the work. And I've been telling Creole, going into 2022, leading up to 2022, we're going to sit down and do the work and figure this stuff out. What's going on, everyone? If y'all just dropped in, we're about to wrap up. Today we talked about why I sold my car, my whole thought process, you know, the amount of just the crazy amount of money I was able to get for selling my car. We talked about sudden wealth syndrome. Super, super, super important topic, y'all. If this is the most money you've ever seen in crypto, or you think you're about to see the most money you've ever seen in your life, please take sudden wealth syndrome seriously. Do not fumble the bag, okay? We're not going to do that on this channel. All right, y'all. I appreciate it. Last few chats here. OS Craze, check out Breedlove's talks on fiat slavery. It's enlightening. Okay, bet. Crawford, I really like listening to Breedlove. OS Craze, you said it. Meditate on what you want in life. Starting a business to write off your lifestyle is really attainable more than real estate. Exactly, y'all. Again, y'all, this is easy. Sometimes we just overcomplicate things, but again, y'all, all you have to do is figure out what your freedom number is. All you have to do is figure out a way to passively pay your monthly expenses, to cover your monthly budget. That's it. That's it, right? I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, right? I don't know. But y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in. This was a long episode. I appreciate y'all being active in the chat. Join the Discord, hit that thumbs up on the way out, y'all, and we'll see you in the next video. Y'all, if you're going to participate in the college crowd loan, make sure you use a referral link. Even if it's not mine, use somebody's, but my referral link is in the Discord. It's also on the recent crowd loan video that I did last week. Y'all, if you're participating in these crowd loans, use referral links, get the extra bonus rewards, and spread the love, okay?